Oh, hello. I haven't been on here in a while because so much stress lately and my face is broken out and all that jazz. But I do have a question. Who or what taught you how to deal with opposition? Opposition is like my thought of the day, right? Like, as soon as I start facing opposition, I am the kind of person that kind of takes 5 steps backwards because I'm very aggressive and I can really attack someone. And in this culture that we're living in right now, oh, it's not good to be the aggressive one because even if you're right and you're the aggressive one, you're going to be wrong because you didn't, coddle to the person who was least aggressive. So I just don't say anything. It's kind of like, I'm not going to waste my time or my energy. And then, that's also a problem because then people say that you're not, engaged, or maybe you think you're better than them and different things. So how do you deal with opposition in anything, whether it be finances, your job, personal relationships? I just take steps back and in a way I kind of avoid things. I really do. I avoid it until I can't take it anymore. And I kind of do. I beat myself up. I beat myself down. That's why I'm like always encouraging people not to beat themselves up and don't kick yourself while you're down and try not to even get down because you're going to have to come back up. I think that's why I always, speak on that and to stay encouraged. No one really taught me how to deal with it. I think the tools that I have learned have been through family and through faith. And those tools have to be sharpened and they have to be developed because they're not always at the ready when you need them. And I like encouragement and motivational things through books and videos and talks. And what was it? It was like a TED talk, and the guy was saying, he was a doctor, so he was coming through his doctor's speech about stress and how it releases cortisol. And I always knew that it released cortisol, and that's why a lot of people who are stressed out have like a lot of belly fat. Because a lot of that sometimes could just be stress. And like right now, I am extremely bloated. Like and my digestion is all messed up because I'm stressed. I'm going through some things right now. But he said that when your body releases the cortisol, it also makes your thinking cloudy. And the reason why it makes your thinking cloudy is through evolution. If you were in the face of a predator, a lot of things in your body had to shut down. Like you didn't need the desire to be hungry, or you didn't need your libido if you're really under threat, as we could say. So, some people face opposition in different ways, but the main thing is knowing how to handle it and how to have the preset system in place to know how you're going to react to certain things. I'm real old school with that. Shall not be moved, but sometimes you have to move. And for me, when I'm in opposition, I choose the slowest movement to make sure that I'm making the best decision. But sometimes that's not always the right choice. And the particular economy that we're in, a lot of people move faster, and it serves them well because it's almost like you cannot sleep on opportunity. And like my aunt said, she's like, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. If you're in any kind of situation where it just seems like that you're being tolerated and not celebrated, then it's time to do some rethinking there. So I don't want to ramble too much. I want to keep the video really on point with how do you handle opposition and who taught you how to, and do those skills still work for you, because sometimes you develop skills that no longer work. And I think I'm encountering that phase of my life where I have some skills that are no longer working for me. Back in the day, things like loyalty and hard work and endurance and being ethical were prized tools and skills that could take you far. And I'm here to tell you right now, it's not like that. Right now it is every man for themselves, and as my grandmother says, and God for us all. So with that in mind, what tools do you use to handle opposition in your life? And I'm going to cut it there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm going to be looking forward to your comments down below. Bye.